This one's gonna be all about design because I'm gonna design a mobile app for fun. I'm gonna solve a real problem that is occurring in my life with this project. So I have a young child and he's in the stages of exploring the world, learning colors, learning numbers, figuring out how things work. And he's taking a liking to looking at photos on Google Images. But the problem is he will want to look at like a truck and then he'll want that truck to change color and you can't really do that. So a solution to this problem that I see is there could potentially be an app that he can learn objects such as airplanes, trucks, ducks, cats, and there's different color swatches and he can hit the different swatches and that will change the picture's color and it will speak out the color so that way he can visually see the color and he can hear the color's name. I'm gonna do market research. I'm gonna do sketches. I'm gonna wireframe. I'm gonna test this, obviously. I'm probably gonna record sounds because I want audio in this. I'm gonna do a high fidelity. I'm gonna prototype that and I'm gonna test that. And this should be fun because I love designing and obviously there's no better way to learn this stuff than to just do this stuff. So I did a lot of market research last night on this, so I got that step out of the way. I have it in my little journal. I looked at a couple different games and I wrote notes out for what worked and what didn't work. First game I looked at, we call this the duck game because the one that he mainly plays is the little duck. This is like the learning colors option. He played this one a lot. Another one I looked at is this one. Another one I found. And then I just like went through a whole bunch of other stuff in the Play Store. So things that I got from the market research to consider is the horizontal orientation. A child's hands are underdeveloped. Actually, like if you watch a young child like trying to maneuver with objects, they might just drop the object because their hand isn't strong enough. I think it's really important to have clear audio because they're learning through not only hearing the thing, but they're learning through seeing the thing. Fun graphics, I think, very engaging for children, holds their attention. I see a lot of mascots, a lot of fun animals. They need larger buttons because, again, they have underdeveloped hands. Looping until the child chooses to be done, I think, is really important because if you just end it, they feel like it's being taken away and that's a negative experience. And finally, I think to consider a bunch of colors and objects just so it's not so limited and there's more for them to learn is important in an educational app like this. One app that I looked at was this. I found it to be really inspiring. I'm not going to go like through it. I think you get the idea from the home screen. Last night I did some sketches. I just sketched what the home screen would look like. And I didn't go. I did this really late, but I did 3 sketches and I starred things that I thought worked from each one and then I got to a final sketch and that's the research I did and my marketing inspiration, which honestly like isn't so bad when I'm not following the Google formula because the Google formula I learned in the course was like this whole spreadsheet thing and I just don't have the capacity for that. But so my life is chaotic. I have a lot of stuff to do today first, but this is hopefully going to be done in 24 hours. I don't know if it's going to be all done today, so don't get weirded out if my clothes and my hair changes through this. Something I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about the market research I did for this fun project. I really wanted to do this project in Figma because I really want to push myself to learn Figma more this year. So I want to start doing projects in it, obviously. But when I was looking up tutorials on how to add audio to the prototypes in Figma, it seems you can't natively do it and you have to use like third-party apps to add audio files. And they just introduced video to Figma natively, though, it looks like. And people are doing like a workaround using video to do audio triggers on buttons and stuff like that. But it's only in the paid subscription that video is supported, and I don't have that. And I don't foresee myself paying for it for a while. Adobe XD seems to have the native support to add audio to the prototype, and they seem like they've had it for a while. And it just kind of like leads to something that with design that you have to be kind of like fluid to jump around, and you might like encounter a problem with the way you're trying to solve something and go to another tool or try another thing. So I really wanted to do this in Figma, but I'm like, I'm not gonna force myself to do more work just to do it in the program that I prefer to do it, and I'm just gonna do it in Adobe XD. I wanna record the audio, but I have to see, like if I get this done with enough time tonight, maybe my fiance might be willing to do that. But tomorrow he was invited to do a reading at night, so he might not be available to set the microphones up. I'm not the audio person in this relationship. He is. He's an audio junkie and he has a podcast, so he helps me with that stuff. But, so I'm just gonna design.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. Honestly, wireframing doesn't take that long, and I don't think it should take that long. It should just be a brainstorm, you know? But I got something that I can mess around with. I am a little upset because I 100% thought I was working in Illustrator. So I did the canvas horizontal thinking it would just rotate, and that doesn't work that way in Adobe XD. That's what happens when you work between so many programs. Sometimes you mix them up, but whatever.
I think that's about where it needs to be. Can you like step right up to it?
Red. Maybe for the prototype, I should have something when they hit that box, just to demo it. Selected item. I think that is a demo.
That sounded great.
Yeah, I can't get that song out of my head. Familiar? Why is this so familiar? Familiar, like something I used to know.
I love that. Yeah, you did it. I love that you were worried about this taking too long, so you spent twice as much time singing.
It sounds absolutely ridiculous in my house right now because my fiance upstairs is doing the reading, but whatever. I just wanted to show I finished my lo-fidelity prototype. You tap the little guy. There's like some movement. I want this to be interactive. Also, like the options to slide through. And then if they select selected item, it talks. And then the colors. Orange, blue, black. This looks like somebody drew this in MS Paint, but it talks, and I'm really proud of that. This is just like the idea of what I'm going with, and the audio is really important to that. So this is at a point that it is ready to test with my son to see what he thinks, and then start planning out the visuals that I want to do. I just can't wait to see how my son like reacts to this, and I want to get into doing like the actual visual design, because now I have like a lot of ideas circling around in my head that I want to put into this. I gotta keep it simple though. Today was so hard. My fiance wanted to watch Glass Onion last night so he can record about it on his podcast today. This had to happen after the Zoom reading he did last night. So we didn't like get to bed probably till like 3 in the morning, and then I got up at 8:30. And then I worked all day. But I did have my son test the prototype. Bebi, can I take your tablet a second?
Yeah.
Do you want to try something on Mama's phone?
Yeah.
Front and center. Look.
Red. Picture.
We have to make it have pictures. Can you go through the colors?
Yeah. Red.
Yeah. What other colors?
Green.
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 But do you want to go this direction?
Yeah.
And I observed behaviors of him using it that led to design changes I'm going to make in my mock-up going into the hi-fidelity stage, so I'm in a good place with that. I also observed him playing an app on his Amazon tablet that I really like the art style, so I want to pull the app up and take some reference screenshots of the art style because they're super cute. But now, onto the fun part of the visuals of this. I want some chips, too. I think I deserve chips. Or soft pretzels. I worked on the characters tonight. I came up with this like really cute, like toy inspired sticker look. I think like the soft, like hand drawn look will be really good for a kid. I did a background for the home screen. I'm not really sure about it. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on it. The problem is I want to do like 1,000,000 of these stickers. But I'm trying to keep it simple just to like rough out the idea. And then maybe I'll come back to this later on at some point. Honestly, like the longest and hardest part of this was drawing the little characters to use. And now that I have them and they're set up properly, I'm just gonna be able to swap out colors. So that should be super fast. So now I just gotta think of what I want the little squishy guy to be. And then it's pretty much just background and then linking everything up in a new prototype and it should be done. It's definitely been one of those weeks that I'm like, oh, it's definitely Friday tomorrow. And I look at my watch and it's Wednesday today, right now. But you know, like every time I have a really bad week at work, it just makes me want to like just design personal projects even more. I don't know why. I guess I just have like a rebellious creative streak inside me. So the state of the project right now, since I knocked out the character designs last night, I'm pretty much close to the end. I still need to record some more audio. My fiance is going to be actually recording a video upstairs in our office, so depending on when he's done, we are going to record the rest. I'm hoping it can work out tonight because he has to go into the office tomorrow. And I also have set up tomorrow to go to a webinar for people who are trying to transition to UX design. It's going to be hosted by some UX designers in fintech, and I'm super excited to go to it. I don't know that I really want to go into fintech, but I want to hear what people who work in fintech and UX design have to say. Regardless, I'm going to get a drink and let's go.
Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
So I said, wherever I was at 11, I was going to stop this and go to bed. But now it's 1:30 in the morning. So that's going to suck tomorrow. But I did it. Every screen has design on it. There's interaction. All the wires are in there. The prototype works. I just now need the audio files that I need to record additionally. But my fiance's still up in the attic talking about Bob Dylan into a camera. So this is a tomorrow problem. After all of that work, all the days of work, it's finally time to test this app. Do you want to try something on Mama's phone?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
You want to see what Mama made for you?
Yeah.
Here you go, baby.
Yeah, I'm pick
Red.
red.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that.
Cat.
No. Now.
Yellow.
Yellow. Now, Mama.
What do you want me to hit?
Mama, push a red.
You want me to push the red?
Red.
About the
Duck.
What? Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay, different animal. Airplane.
Airplane. Yellow.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Can you say thank you, Mama?
Little Mama.
You want to see it made all the way with more stuff?
Yeah.
I'm super excited that I didn't just quit halfway through this because I have too much to do and I have something that is cool that I could show people now. But I'm going to give you a tour of the prototype. So when the prototype opens, this is what you see. I didn't do a splash screen for this. For what I was trying to accomplish with this project, I didn't feel it was needed. This is the home that the child would see when the app loads up. This is a little interactive character. That was really cool. Up here's a logo. I just came up with something just to put there. And then the options of, I call them items. They're obviously characters that the child can choose from. You scroll through and there's a list. Tap.
Dog.
And then obviously like now you're in. I defaulted it with white because like white is a blank canvas. And then you tap the color.
Orange. Brown.
And then this is the back button. And it's pretty much the same with all the characters.
Dump truck.
Also, if you tap the character,
Dump truck.
it talks again. Dump truck. At the bottom of case studies, there's always that section that's like what I would do in the future. And I definitely have those thoughts with this project. This was a personal fun project that I did. It was meant to challenge myself to build something in a short amount of time. And I definitely accomplished that. But I feel that this is a draft of what this could be. Changes I would do to this going forward is all in the visuals and the interaction. The visuals, I think, definitely could be worked better. I think the characters I did are really cute and I have a cute style with that, but I don't feel like the backgrounds really match it. And some of the screens, like the car, the dump truck, the shark, the farm scene with the two animals, I think those could be simplified. I kind of really like the room that I did for like the home and for the cat and the dog. So I feel like that idea, but also I like the simplicity of the airplane with the clouds, because also like I noticed looking at some of the screens that the cluttered background, although I thought it was simple with the colors and then the character on top, it was too much going on. More colors I would definitely add. In fact, like when my son first got to the screen with the colors, he looked up and was like, where's pink? And maybe have buttons in that page that like, it could be like the primary colors, the secondary colors, tertiary, and the child could hit them and maybe like it can fold down a card of those colors, and then when they're done with it, like there's a little close thingy and it can fold up. I think that would have more value because it'll give them more colors to learn. I like the audio that we did, even though it was like scratch audio, we did it really quick. I would probably hire a voice actor, honestly, because I'm not a voice actor. And I feel like a female voice works. However, I think maybe there should be an option to switch the voice. Like maybe do a female, do a male, do a kooky, funny voice. Just, you know, adding more value and making it more accessible to other people. Because if you think about it, families are not all a mom and a dad. Some families are a mom. Some families are a dad. Some families are a mom and a dad. Some families are a mom, and some families are a dad and a dad. And I think when children are learning, they want to come from like a foundation of what they know. And I think that's very important. I would add more characters. If this was a real product being launched, there would probably be 50 characters in this. And I would probably make updates to keep adding characters, honestly. Speaking on accessibility, I would check the colors to make sure they meet the standards. This was just a fun project, so I didn't lean into that, but I noticed when we were taking photos of it, the blue and the purple looked the same. So that makes me worried that people who are colorblind won't be able to differentiate those tones, and that like maybe somebody has a different condition with their eye won't be able to differentiate those tones. So I would definitely want to check that and make sure all the colors meet standard if this was launching. I would want more interaction with this. So like I made the bunny on the home screen where you tap it, it like shifted with auto animate. And I thought that was really fun. And even my son like thought that was really fun. He thought the bunny was sad though. So probably I would like fix the expression, because he literally turned around and was like, what's wrong with the bunny? Why is it sad? I would want more interaction with the characters, like all of them across the board. I couldn't really find a way to do that in Adobe XD. It might just be a limitation and I need to like start going into advanced prototyping, because like in my head I was like, what if the bunny is in like a default state? Like with video games, like you have a default state and it's just kind of like, sometimes it's just like a person just like kind of like bouncing up and down. And then whatever trigger you hit on your gamepad, it starts the animation cycle. So I was thinking something like that, but I guess Adobe XD can't do that, or I just don't know how to do that. But I think that would add value to the characters, because I think all of the characters should be moving. So when the screen whips to transition, I think that the color swatches should kind of like shuffle a little bit. And even the background, I think like should have some slight movement a little bit. I think adding layers of interactivity like that to this would make this product stronger. And it would add educational value for young children to be entertained and be learning. I don't know if this is like a wild thought or something, but when I was watching the way my son was holding the phone and interacting and like how his fingers were placed, I started to think about like left-handed people. And I was thinking it would be nice to have like maybe a settings feature in this product that a parent can go in and control screen layout and essentially flip the whole thing so that way a left-handed person doesn't have difficulty. But when I put all my thoughts together on what I would do to iterate this further in the future if I ever do, I would just make this a game. It would be a game for young children, so it would be extremely simple. But I think this would just be a game. I think that's where this is going. And with all that, that's the app. I made it to the end. It was definitely a wild ride, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you had fun watching this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's always super helpful. If you want to see more content in the realm of design or the lifestyle of a designer, please subscribe. I put out videos pretty often. If anybody has any feedback on the app that I did, you can leave it in the comments. I would really appreciate that. I'm still learning, so I love critique. I had a lot of fun doing this project, and I'm definitely going to do another project again soon. Don't write off doing personal projects. That's how you practice, and it's very low risk. That's a little advice from a design manager. But thank you for watching. I appreciate you all, and I wish you happiness and health, and I will see you in the next one. Can you look up here? Say thank you.
Titu.
Say thank you for watching.
Titu, we're watching. No different stuff.
Different stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.